Part 2, Clementi Town Secondary Haunted Toilet. I was wondering if he was worried he'll get blamed for me leaving the empty food packet around later, but I assured him I'll dispose of it properly. He wanted to warn again, but it fell on deaf ears. I know, I'm stubborn. Anyways, I managed to finish my grub once I hit the 3RD floor, which was my class's level. I threw away the empty containers properly like the good boy I was. Then since it was early, I checked my phone, 5:36. Still early, generally the entire school still wasn't lit, so it was eerily dark and empty. I was used to it. But then thoughts started swimming in my head. There was once a murder happened in our school. I'm not sure about the facts, but a woman committed suicide in one of our level 3 classrooms. Curious, ballsy, and overall stupid, I decided to investigate. I peered into every classroom, using my camera phone to videotape my progress. After scanning, I would enter the classroom, walk into the middle and do a 360 scan. Anyway, this went off without a hitch until I reached the fabled, haunted classroom. As soon as I peered into it, I felt my adrenaline spike. There was indeed a woman. Her back was facing me. She sat on one of the tables, staring at the cupboard situated at the back of every class. I quietly positioned my phone to videotape her. I remembered her turning around to face me. What I recalled of her face still sends shivers. It was completely flat, smooth, and gleaming white. This woman didn't have a face. And then I blacked out. I woke up at exactly 7:36. The class was greeting the teacher and my partner was nudging me awake. I quickly stood up and greeted the teacher. I recalled my head hurting like crazy, and I was unconsciously checking my phone. It was indeed 7:36. I was freaking out. How the hell did I get into my classroom, which was at the end of the school? The haunted classroom was the third one from the staircase landing. My class is the class furthest away from it. I was wondering what happened to me during that 2 hours I was out. Anyway, we had to sing the national anthem, so I left the classroom to gather outside my class to sing. Part 3, Clementi Town Secondary Haunted Toilet. After the anthem and pledge taking, I noticed as I was entering the classroom, the faceless lady was among us. I saw her, staring at me among the rush of students. I choked on the water I was drinking and tried a 2ND look. She was gone. Then I remembered my phone had a video. I wondered if I had her on film. I watched it and recalled the exact position of where she was. What was in the video, however, was this misty white reddish thing. Then the video cracked up in static. I noted this was about the time I blacked out, but the static stopped and I saw the white reddish thing filling up the whole screen. I deleted the video at that point. And throughout the whole day, I caught a brief glimpse of her when I least expected it: the toilet, science lab, canteen. I really freaked out at that point. I made an excuse and got an early dismissal form. It was 11 when I finally couldn't take it anymore. As I left the school, the security guard stopped me and chided me. "See law. Told you to eat in the canteen, what did you see?" I related what had happened. He spoke quickly. "I must have possessed you during those 2 hours. Never mind, go home, talk to your elders and ask them to bless you. It will be fine. And if anyone calls your name, don't just look behind, turn your whole body around." This time I listened to his words and headed home by cab. I plugged the MP3 to my ears and played the music as loud as my eardrums could take to strain out any other noises. As soon as I reached home, my grandmother knew what happened and quickly let me in. She asked me to stand in front of an effigy of the goddess of mercy and she blessed me. I headed for the toilet soon after. What I saw in the mirror was scary. My face was pale, very pale, and I had blood trickling from my temple to my neck. I quickly washed away the blood, took a bath, applied some first aid and slept. I woke up at roughly 9 in the night. I knew I was dreaming, but I couldn't recall what it was. But as I thought hard about this, I recalled what I was dreaming: the faceless woman. We looked at each other face to face throughout the whole dream. This happened a week ago. I'm still having nightmares, but it's getting less and less. And I hardly see the faceless woman anymore. Thank God, actually.